Good morning. We start today with again from where you had left investment feasibility study. We had left here the previous day investment feasibility report barometric method. This method is applicable even in the absence of the past data, but not applicable in the case of new products because generally we use the data from similar products which are available in the past, or if there is no time lag between indicators and demand. Now we also have to start with the market experiment method. The study or experiment is forecast by conducting market studies and experiments and consumer behavior under actual but controlled market situation. This is a kind of type of a study where the demand forecasting is done by specifically say launching the product and so then taking up the customers reactions to the product, on shortcomings of the product, and on how to improve the product, and then uh, rectify it, and then take a survey again, and then try to check on the type of forecasting that could be available on the demand of that product. On the demand of that product. Now we have the Delphi method. In Delphi method, a group decision making technique where various specific experts who have been in this um, forecasting business for quite a long time. They are uh, uh, sent with separately. They are sent the same type of questionnaire on the possible demand for a particular product, and this process is continued till all these people they reach a specific consensus or a specific agreement on all the different types of on the actual demand forecast on the actual demand forecast of these products. Now this is very time and cost effective, but this is very error prone because this is a very individualistic approach, and individuals may be biased, and this biasness can cause this method to have serious imperfections and effects in the market, and can affect the particular product in the market. Now, market feasibility by demand forecasting, we have statistical methods. Now, we have graphical method, we have trend projection method, we have regression method. Graphical method means plotting of the data and then charting a future course of action. Trend projection method, say we are taking previous 3 years data, we are observing say, an average of 5 to 10% increase. So this year we can also expect a 5 to 10% increase. Regression analysis, it can be linear regression like y is equal to a plus bx. It can be a linear multiple regression, y is equal to a plus bx1 plus cx2, where it multiple factors multiple say whether y is the demand for the particular product, and say e is the constant plus bx1 plus bx b1 x1 plus b2 x2 x1 x2, and maybe two or three different independent factors on which the sales of that particular product depend. This is and there can also be the non-linear method, but generally in case of demand projection we use the linear method of forecasting of the in case of graphical method forecasting of future sales is done with the help of a graph. The sales data is plotted on the graph, and its line is drawn on the plotted line to draw the future forecasting possibilities. Trend projection method it uses a curve which is fitted to the time series data. As you have might have previously the time series data, say 3 years moving average, 5 years moving average, or 7 years moving average, to fit a trend. And we also do an analysis on the difference between say the previous year's data and the current year's data. Say previous year how much it has increased, this year how much it has increased, and we use the from the type of data available we use this method, and we use various statistical techniques to reach at the final position. Now trend projection method in linear trend, a straight line equation is fitted AS is equal to A plus B, where S is equal to annual sales, T time in years, A and B are constant, and B gives a measure of annual increase in sales. This can be done in case of trend projection method, where we have the previously said that say previous year 2 or 3 previous year data are available, and we can use that data to plot the trend. Exponential trend y is equal to a into t to the power b, where y is annual sales, t is time in years, a and b are constant. Converting this into logarithm equation would be log y is equal to log a plus b log t. Now, as I was saying, some relationships may not be linear, and they may be non-linear. This kind of relationships are non-linear relationships or behavior relationships, and that is why we can use this kind of methods to study the demand forecasting during this period, means during the exponential using the exponential trend. Now, however, there are various disadvantages. This assumes that the past, both the graphical and the trend, they assume that the past rate of changes will remain same in the future too. It cannot be applied for short term, or trend is cyclical with lot of fluctuations. Now, there can be various industries which are seasonal in nature. Also, there can be various variables that may suddenly change in the future that was not previously present there. So, assuming that all the factors will remain the same is a very difficult option. We must keep some room for certain exogenous variables. That is, there are systematic and unsystematic risks. There's a risks that the companies can control, the risks that the companies cannot control. So we must keep some option there for the risks that the companies cannot control, and we must take into account well doing this certain projection method fails to do this. Now, the types of study, the specifically technical and engineering activities. Now, technical and engineering activities, say it is used in civil methods, construction of buildings, dams, bridges, and all that. So, structural engineering, roads, highways, and all that. Financial feasibility is cost benefit analysis. Now, what do we understand by cost benefit analysis? Now, cost benefit analysis actually means what actually is the initial cash inflow, what is the cash outflow, and how are we getting back our money. So cost benefit analysis is done for each and every investment, and the cost benefit analysis means how much of cost input and how much of cash out outflow, and how much of cash inflow are we getting. And the higher this financial visibility, the cost benefit ratio, the greater is the method for this particular investment or the particular thing to succeed. Now, we have structural feasibility. Now, the technology, whether the technology we require, say project feasibility studies require technology studies, whether the technology is required or existing, means whether we have the current technology in the market, or we require to import it from some other country, we need some technical know-how, we need some foreign tie-up, and so on. Now then comes manpower, whether to hire or to retrain. Now retraining, there is also cost benefit analysis on this. Say if we hire a new person, that person will the person with the existing qualities. Now there is a problem in that, because that person will not be accustomed to the cultural or the organization culture of that particular organization or the particular workplace. However, but that person might not fit quite um, well. However, retraining is another option. Retraining means you are going to a new project, kind of a project which you have not done before, and your current workers are being retrained. So, if you can retrain them and at a lower cost or at a quite equivalent cost, then hiring is not an opportunity, because you know what your workers' capabilities are, and many problems leading to say HR related problems, other related problems can be undone due to this. and then you have to check if there are deadlines, if any. If there are deadlines, then can that deadline be made with these current forces, or do we need more forces? This is all for the day. We'll continue with this in our next session.